Hi, everybody. I finally figured this thing out. Finally. I hope everyone's having a wonderful, wonderful day today. Mine just got better after I blew off some steam with this insurance company. Steam with this insurance company. Yeah, let me know if anyone's in here if you hear echo. Yeah, let me know if anyone's in here if you hear echo. It's okay. I'm just glad I figured it out finally. Took me a minute, but hey, we all learn. Finally. Took me a minute, but hey, we all learn. I hear some feedback, so I had to mute the TV. Now I'm going to figure out how to put up a banner. I guess I did that right. I'm trying to see if I did. Oh, okay. How many of you all are have been watching Love After Lockup? That show is what I want. What's the word I'm looking for? Is very, very entertaining because if you have ever dated a inmate or been in a relationship with somebody that's incarcerated, it's a lot. It's a whole lot. It's like you're incarcerated with them. And then they get mad at you because you're out here in the free world and they are locked up. But what I'm not understanding is the guy and the girl, what's his name? With the mom. The girl from New York and the guy from Atlanta and his mom. His mom acts like she's his wife or girlfriend. But it comes on Friday nights. I don't know if everybody has been watching that or whatever, but I basically set up my StreamYard so we can go live whenever that show is airing on Friday nights. It comes on We TV. Is it We? Yeah, it comes on We TV. I think around 8 o'clock on Friday nights, And I just want y'all to check that show out. But another topic I want to talk about is the Nene and Bethany situation. Nene is the lady from um, the Housewives of Atlanta. And Nene was fired from that show, or either she was let go from that show. But they wanted to bring her back. When she came back, they wanted her to come back basically to get into it with Phaedra when Phaedra was on that season. Phaedra and Nene was beefing. I don't know if anybody was watching that episodes when they were on there beefing, but during the Black Lives Matter protest that was going on, they had asked Nene to not appear in the show during that time. So Nene was invited on Bethany Frankel's podcast. And what I took from that interview was like, I don't want to say that they put Bethany up to that, to having Nene on her show. But when Nene was on there, it was basically Nene was like defending herself. Hi, Tariq. Am I saying that right? Hey, how are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. I'm talking about the Nene and Bethany Frankel interview on her podcast that she had last week, or was it this week? Last week. And I was basically just going over a few things about that interview. That interview kind of frazzled me a little bit because it seemed like Nene was defending herself. Like Nene said after she was asked not to appear on the show during that time when Black Lives Matter protest was going on, because Nene said after that she was let go from the show. And then she was talking about during the time when Kim Zolciak was on there. Y'all remember when Kim Zolciak married her husband? And she started having all these babies, and she couldn't film, she couldn't travel. But if Nene and the other cast members was asked to go on trips, group trips, they had to go. They couldn't make excuses of not wanting to travel or go. But Kim Zolciak was spared trips, which I can understand that she was really big and pregnant at the time, that she really couldn't fly. But they could have found other trips around the surrounding areas that she could have went on. But she always made up an excuse. Oh, Croy, I got to be home with the kids and this, blase, blase. And Nene and the other cast members was feeling a certain kind of way because they feel like they was being treated unfairly, like the other housewives, like Beverly Hills and New York, like other housewives in that category. They was feeling outcast. They was hold on for a second. They was feeling outcast when they had to um, go and do what they were supposed to do, basically. And then I noticed that when they would take trips, that they trips was like they trips were when they get to the hotels and stuff, they would have like not high end cars like everybody else had, not the best of the hotels. This was during the first seasons of these housewives. And I noticed that they would like get cheaper things done. They wasn't being able to go to like the better establishment eating restaurants or whatever. And so Nene was basically on that show telling Bethany all what she was going through during that time. And so Nene felt really, really bad about that. And she was just expressing herself how she felt. And I can't blame her on that. I can't blame her one bit. I'm trying to figure out my I don't want to get behind on the comments. But I felt like Nene wanted to express herself, and she said basically she couldn't get any jobs after that show. She didn't get any bookings nowhere. And then she had opened a club, and it was during the time she lost her husband. And then all these other housewives, when they would leave the show, they would get like they own spin-off shows with their family, they own reality shows. But they Nene had that one little reality show when she got married, when she had her wedding. Y'all remember that big wedding that Bravo put out there? They followed her on her wedding remarriage to Greg. And then after that, I didn't really see Nene anywhere, nowhere. She was on that one show, was it ABC? What was the name of that show? I can't think of the name of that show. I think she played a coach or something, and then she wasn't on that show anymore. This was during all that time when Nene was making an uproar. She was basically speaking her mind how she was being treated. And so they basically outcast her, and she was saying that she couldn't get any jobs. And this was a long time ago when Nene was let go from Bravo. And she said that just last year that she was getting bookings, places, and endorsements. It wasn't no big endorsements. It was like very small endorsements she was getting. And so she basically felt like that Bravo or the people that work for Bravo was calling these people and telling them not to hire her. And so Nene felt like she wanted to get that out there. And she was basically talking about how the show really focuses on the drinking part, which is true. I don't know if y'all watch the Housewives, but I watch a very few select of them now. But I notice they do drink a lot on them shows, and then you notice whenever they full of alcohol, they get into fights and just basically belittling themselves. And Bravo was upholding that drinking, and so Nene had wrote a letter allegedly to Bravo stating the facts about that. But they didn't answer Nene's letters or nothing. They didn't pay attention to Nene's letters. But when Bethany wrote a letter, they basically saw her letter. They didn't see Nene's letter, if you get my meaning. Allegedly didn't see Nene's letter, but they paid attention to Bethany's. And so Nene was telling her, I can act, I can dance, I can sing. She can do a whole lot of stuff. She's basically very talented. She's a talented lady. And I see that. Nene can also sing too. I don't know if anybody knows that. Nene has a really good singing voice. I just like Nene, period, because she's real. She speaks her mind. But I say that to say this. I just basically came on. Just I was working on my StreamYard and I saw that I figured it out. I can't do it on my phone, but I can do it on my tablet. So I will be going live a lot so I can interact. I guess everybody's at work or doing their own thing or in other chats right now. But I'm glad I figured this out now. I can go live when I'm watching that show on Friday nights. Maybe it'll be other people in there and I can do commentary on that because that show is a train wreck. It's a train wreck. And then RIP to Asante. He was in an accident and he's no longer on the show. So, but they still have to air the show. So I've been following that story. And so be sure y'all catch it this coming Friday because it's going to be good. If you haven't been watching it already, you need to catch up so we can discuss. Catch up on the episode so we can talk about it and let me know what your reaction to it is. Okay? So I'm going to sign off for now. And thank you, Tyreek, for coming in. I appreciate you so very much. Even though I only have one person in my life, I will be back. And I'm so glad I finally figured it out. Tracy C T Racy C positive corner. I figured it out finally, sis. Ha, I'm so proud of myself. I'm figuring this all out. So you guys, please come back whenever I go live again. I will send out a pre no, I'll just post it on my community wall and let y'all know when I'm going to be going live on my StreamYard. Have a wonderful, wonderful, blessed day, everyone. Now I got to figure out how to end it. Bye.